What's up, guys? Monster trade this morning. Monster trade. So literally, we traded CPI this morning in my Discord. For starters, wait a second, I'm being rude. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So this right here, I'm going to break down exactly how we were able to catch CPI that happened this morning, what I saw, and so forth. So there's a few reasons why this trade was amazing. For starters, we do live trading sessions in my Discord. Every huge news event that comes out, this was no other, right? So sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. That's just part of the game. But this right here was really just a textbook play, and I'm going to break it down. Another reason why this was such a huge reason, a huge trade. Well, because I traded, literally, it took us a minute, not even a full minute for the shit to play out. And then thirdly, it was members in the Discord who, as of right now, it is Wednesday, February 12th at the time we're recording this. But there's a few members who they weren't having a great week so far. And literally this trade, just put everything, helped them to get a winning week. That right there is amazing, mainly because when it comes to trading, guys, like a lot of people, they get caught up with their past trade and not with the next trade. And at the end of the day, you're only as good as your next trade. Like you can lose 3 trades in a row, but that fourth trade can put everything into profit for you. Right. And then, so speaking about that, right? So as you guys can clearly see, right, we had CPI that came out at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time this morning. Now, CPI is one of the top things that moves the market when it comes to fundamentals. So with that, we understand that, again, we have CPI, we have PCE, you have NFP, you have GDP, you have FOMC, right? These are like the top things that move the markets. So we understand that, right? Now, added to that, when it comes to news lets you know when to get into the market. Technical shows you where the market is going. This is a huge reason why, especially when it comes to swing traders, they don't focus much on news. Why? Because at the end of the day, news is literally a particular moment in time or for the day, but overall it's going to let us know exactly where price wants to go to, which is technicals. Now I'm going to break that down, right? So as you guys can see, I do have this rectangle drawn up. I use that as a zone. Now, what I took was this. I took this high and I also took this low, which is based off of Monday, February 10th at 9:30, which is market open. The reason why I have that up there is because if we scroll back to the past some, right, and we go to Friday, 10:45, we can easily see why price came and halted at that point, right? So that right there was more likely if price does start going up, we're going to hold on that. So yesterday we had a live trading session as well. We do the live trading session, at least 3 times a week. We definitely do it more towards every huge market news event that comes out. So continue from what I was saying. So yesterday we had a live trading session. We were able to catch a buy. We had a sell at first, got stopped out, and then we were able to catch a buy, put us in profit for the day. Now, nonetheless, though, when price is moving up, right, what we have to do is understand that price is going to go from support to resistance, and so forth. Or even structurized. We're going to go from a high, low, retest a previous high, and so forth, right? So I'm going to break it down like this real quick, right? So let's say we have a low real quick, going to come up, come down. Once we start breaking structure, what we're going to do is come to test previous levels, right? Like if we do this real quick, we have like this here. This would be a previous level right here. Let me put it on the scale, right? We're going to retest previous levels. All right, now that's out the way. So looking at this, right, price that came up. We literally came and retested that. So based off of this, so last night during our actual group call, which we have a group call, we have group calls 4 times a week, right? So looking at our last Tuesday night group call, we were saying that, excuse me, we were saying that this right here will give us either a sell or a buy. However, this has to break, right? So I didn't drag this out purposely because I wanted to record this video first, right? So during the last night call, price is over here, right? And we're saying this is not going to be a sell until we get a break from this low. It's not going to be a buy until we get a break from that high. So that's the reason why we have that. And we also understand that, again, news follows technicals. So before news came out, we're literally hovering at a resistance. If we're hovering at a resistance before news comes out, this is showing me that more likely it's going to hold. You guys can clearly see this. We have a break and retest. Now we're going to drop down to the minute time frame because that's where I entered that. On a minute time frame, if we look at this, before the obvious head and shoulder came about, we literally had price came up, right? This is at 803, right? We came back down. We came back up again at 819. I'm sorry, 818 and 819. This is where I took my entry. The reason why I took that is because of this. If you guys see my son in the background, I apologize for that. His mom's taking care of him. But anywho, so this is the reason why I took that, right? We're overall in a higher time frame resistance. 819 is showing me, right? This is pattern recognition. 819 is showing me that this right here is holding on a higher time frame resistance. So that's the reason why I took that trade. And then we clearly see how the thing played out. So again, CPI came out. We came out worse than expected, which is showing that CPI went up. The expectation was 2.9. It went up to three flat, and then everything across the board: CPI month over month, year over year, as well as core, it came out worse than expected, which is not good, right? So the reason why that's not good for indices is mainly because that means that inflation is going up. If inflation is going up, that means that the currency is getting weaker because of the person in power. If that happens, that means that that means that more likely the Fed will less likely cut rates. If they're less likely to cut rates, investors, they don't want to hear that. Investors want to hear rate cuts. So that's the reason why the market did drop. However, the dollar did go up. Now, just breaking this down, okay, as I said too, like my take profit was not this low. Like I did not have price coming to there. I had price coming to retest. This came on a 15-minute time frame, Sunday, February 9th, 6:30 p.m. Why? Because if we take everything off, that was a huge gap. Excuse me, failed to get there. So more likely, if we hold on this, price is going to do what? It's going to come back down to a higher time frame support. So when we utilize this, we utilize a lower time frame for entries, higher time frame for our take profit. I hope this video was great for you guys. Understand exactly, what we saw, why we took that, and so forth. If you guys do want to trade with us live and jump into the Discord, the link is in the description below. Again, as I said, we do live trading calls at least 3 times a week. We focus on doing group calls around 3-4 times a week as well, added to those live trading calls. So if you guys do need help with that, need to look to see me held more accountable, or even just looking for our signals, you guys can join our Discord, TPS. Again, link in the description and below. Until next time, guys, take care.